So how's it going, guys? Fly here, back with another Grand Theft Auto 5 video, and in this one I'm actually going to be talking about the new Heists trailer, which has since been released as I've been recording this video. It's uploaded on my channel, so you can go and look for that just in my channel description down below. And we actually got 20 screenshots posted in accordance with this on the IGN articles. So I'm first going to be breaking down the 20 of these pictures, then in a next video, probably tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be breaking down the entire trailer so that we can see all of the different scenes and all of the new stuff that we're getting, like the Hydra jet, an aircraft carrier, the Hunter attack chopper, and tons more things like armoured vehicles, anything like that. I'll of course be breaking it all down and explaining everything to you guys so that when these heists do come in early 2015, you guys can be ready and know exactly what you're doing. So if you guys do enjoy the video or are excited for heists, be sure to go and drop a like down below, as it really would help me out. Now let's go. So in our first picture here, we actually have what looks to be a Black Hawk chopper styled helicopter. It's completely new to the Grand Theft Auto 5 game, and you can see that it has a mounted machine gun on the side, which I can only assume is going to be the same on the other side. It's got a mounted machine gun on the front, which also looks absolutely sick, and you can see over to the side there's also a Frogger. Both choppers are smoking, and overall I'm very excited to start using this, as I imagine it'll be able to be used outside of heists just as a general transport chopper, as well as a mad gunship, which I'm very excited for. Our next screenshot is absolutely huge. This is probably one of the most talked about ones so far, because this shows the Hydra jet. So this is the Hydra VTOL jet, which for anybody that doesn't know, was back in, I believe, Vice City, and acted like a Harrier jump jet. You could have vertical takeoff and landing, and this is just absolutely insane. This was seen in some of the first GTA Online and GTA 5 trailers, which got a ton of people very excited for it, and you can see it taking off from an aircraft carrier here, accompanied with a load of other lasers. So I'm going to be talking a bit more about the aircraft carrier in this video and in the next video, so that we can talk a bit more about that, as it does seem very likely that that is going to also be coming to the game, and it's not just for screenshots. Third up, we actually have the Carrying Rebel 4x4, which we already have in the game, except this time it has a huge mounted machine gun to the back of it. This looks unbelievable, guys. It looks like a mad death machine. So you're going to be able to drive around this Carrying Rebel, as it says it there, the 4x4, the V8 version, and it's going to have this massive round shooting crazy thing stuck to the back of it, so that is going to be absolute destruction throughout heists and possibly GTA Online free mode. Speaking of mannequin destruction, we now have this APC kind of vehicle. It's this Armoured Personnel Carrier is what it stands for, and you can see that here in the foreground we have this massive truck here that has 4 doors plus some space on the back, it looks like, to sit in, and it has a mounted machine gun to the top of it, which you can then shoot out of as shown here. And then further off into the distance, right at the bottom of the shot, you can actually see another APC which looks a lot more armoured, which also looks absolutely sick. In this screenshot, we're actually inside of the Fleecer Bank, and we can see 2 armed robbers approaching with plastic bags over their head, or paper bags over their head, which looks like it's going to be a new mask type. Looks really funny. And behind them we actually have something very big, what looks to be, for the first of the 2 screenshots in which this appears, it's the blacked out armoured Obey tailgater, which is of course the car that Michael drives. So this looks like it's going to be an integral part of the heist. We've seen it a couple of times in these screenshots, and it looks very heavily armoured. We don't see anything particularly special in this screenshot, but we do see new balaclava style masks that just look a bit like just bags with holes ripped out of them. We see 2 armed suited men up here with a police chopper circling around them in the back. This one takes place just outside of the Pacific Standard Ornate Bank up in the Vinewood Hills, which is of course a very much possible heist location. We have another view of this new armoured tailgater, and more importantly we have 2 players here, both with the same weapons, except this time they're wearing gas masks and they're wearing big boiler suit kind of things with it, which look like it's going to have something to do with maybe chemical attacks, anything like that, with maybe some new gas bombs, which you're going to then have to wear the masks for and wear these full body suits. In this screenshot we actually see this place just by the LS Customs down over in the city, and we have another view of this armoured blacked out tailgater, which looks like it's in matte black. Now we also wanted to point out here that you can see the 2 players are actually wearing black leather gloves, which we couldn't do in the past with any other type of clothing aside from the Last Team Standing stuff. So now it looks like we're actually going to be able to wear gloves anytime in GTA Online. A very hectic screenshot up next here. We're over here in Grapeseed at the Mackenzie Airfield, and you can see a player having a very close takeoff in the Velum, of course the plane that's been in GTA Online since the very start of it, and you can see some more players in the back there, what looks to be in a Bison, and they're trying to get away from the oncoming players at the back and the other cops. It just looks like a really hectic screenshot, and I'm very excited to see what comes of this. Another really cool one here is actually the one of a Frogger approaching this yacht, which is actually seen in Daddy's Little Girl in single player the mission. Except this time the back of it is actually opened up. If you look at the bottom of this yacht, you can see a big entrance bay here, which may have something coming out of it, we don't know, but it looks like it's going to have a lot of options. And in the trailer, which I'm actually going to be breaking down tomorrow, you can see that this does in fact take place as a heist location. People board the ship and start taking out the armed bodyguards all over it. Very, very cool. This next screenshot actually just shows us not much aside from the obvious heist edition, and the fact that we look to be getting 2 new masks, which look a bit Halloween-esque, but they look very cool nonetheless. In this screenshot we're actually taking out the trash. We've got a big trash master truck here, and you can see 3 online players, 2 of which are carrying these black bags and one's got a gun in his hand. This looks like it's going to be the prep for one of the heists where you're going to have to kind of disguise yourself as a worker here, and then you're going to break out and start taking over a bank or wherever it may be near at the end of it. Pretty banging heist setup. This next screenshot takes place in the full action in the ornate bank, or the Pacific Bank, over here on the Vinewood Boulevard. Now we can see here that this was going to be a very obvious heist location. It would be ridiculous not to make it, as we didn't actually see it in single player. But you can see that we have the 4 players here, all with new masks, which are actually taking over this ornate bank. We have a dead bodyguard and a dead security guard at the front, and we have all of the general citizens all sitting around trying to hide from the line of fire. Looks a very, very cool shot. In this next shot is actually one of the few that we see also in the trailer and in other screenshots, where we have people on bikes all trying to break out someone from this Bolingbroke penitentiary bus, which is of course taking them to the penitentiary prison down in Sandy Shores. We can see 4 people here roll up on bikes trying to shoot out the driver and trying to break out their friend from inside of the bus. This next screenshot, we have another angle of it. We have the cops coming up, like in an FIB Buffalo. We can see a standard sheriff cop car here. Just looks a very, very cool and action-packed shot. Nothing too special to say for this next one. We have an orange Feltzer escaping from the cops. There's a big explosion behind, there's lots of cop cars, there's a police chopper, but we can actually see that we're still wearing a gas mask even while sitting in the car. Next up, we have 2 players looking to be in the last team standing outfits, which are actually sitting in the back of what again looks to be a Bravado Bison. They're in the Merriweather docks and they're shooting their AP pistols out the back of this. Again, another action-packed shot. Another very revolutionary kind of thing here, we actually have night vision goggles. Now I can't really locate whereabouts we are around the map. This is an interior of some sort, which is a bit nondescript, but you can see that we have night vision goggles here attached to our faces. We look to have like a wetsuit of some sort maybe, so maybe this would involve diving somewhere, but it's just a very, very cool shot, which I'm very excited to see if we'll be able to use night vision goggles even outside of heists. In our second to last shot, we actually have a lot of things revealed to us. We have Lester talking to the 4 other heist members who are talking about this here. They're preparing everything, and we can actually see the map of Los Santos on the wall. It's the same blacklight map which you could actually buy with the collector's edition of the game, and this actually shows us 5 different heist locations. We're told that there's going to be 4 different strands of heists with 20 different missions overall. We can see the heist going from first down in the hood kind of area down in the city, then up to the side to the west coast where it looks like we're going to be breaking over into Fleecer Bank. We're then going to be up in the Vinewood Hills at the Ornate Bank. 4th looks to be somewhere up in Grapeseed up in Sandy Shores, and then back down next to the Vinewood one we actually have our last location, which appears to be the casino over there down by the horse racetrack, which could be a very, very exciting heist location. And in our final shot, we actually see a Payday style-esque kind of shot here. Of inside of the bank vault, we have this cool mask, and we have a player drilling into one of the bank vaults and drilling into one of the different little holes where you can go and break out the money or the gold, whatever may be in there, to be able to claim your loot and make a quick escape. So if you guys did enjoy the video or did learn anything useful or did find out anything about these heist screenshots you may not have already, be sure to go and drop a like down below, as it really would help me out. Subscribe for more videos just like this coming very soon, and I'm going to have a full trailer breakdown coming out just tomorrow. And finally, follow me on Twitter for any more exclusive updates, behind the scenes, and just general GTA 5 heist talk, which won't always get uploaded to this channel. And that is pretty much it. Thank you guys all very much for watching. My name has been Flair, signing out.